freak. Well, he just
Beast.
signed a freaky contract. 4 years,
Yeah,
$140 million
absolutely.
extension, 110 million guaranteed. This makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history.
Mhm.
Negotiated by William Morris, WME, $88.7 million at signing. I need that. I could go buy my Mickey Mantle card if I had that, Jimmy. Uh, there were, I was a little surprised by this, Jimmy, because there was a lot of talk in the offseason about would he be traded. The Bills were like, hey,
Yep.
they traded Diggs. Should they go get Justin
Mhm.
Jefferson? He was
Mhm.
selected number 22 overall. He's had 392 catches, five
Mhm.
almost 6,000 yards receiving, which is ridiculous, and 30
Mhm.
touchdowns and three. Just think about that. The
Yeah.
record in a season of receiving yards is like 2,000 yards, and he's basically had that every year that he's
Yeah.
been in the league. He was the 2022 Offensive Player of the Year. This guy is a complete stud. Jimmy,
Mhm.
do you think he's the best receiver in the NFL and that he's deserving of this massive payday?
It was crazy is I randomly asked a group of friends of mine who were the best receivers in the league, and everybody had, different
Oh, they
guys.
did. What did you get
And
for answers?
nobody said Justin Jefferson, but
What'd you
me.
get? What'd you get for answers, Jimmy?
I got Tyreek.
Tyreek. Yep.
I even got CD Lamb. And
That's
Lamb is
that,
not
no,
even
that's a popular one. That's a
right, a
very
popular
popular.
one, but the best, I don't think CD's near the best.
No, I'm
But
saying that's a popular pick for being best receiver. I literally saw
mhm.
ESPN talking about that the other day.
Oh,
Is he the best
really?
receiver in the
Ah,
NFL?
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, then that
Yeah.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Who else they mentioned? They mentioned AJ Brown. They mentioned Amon Ra.
He's
But
good.
it was just a bunch of different
Yeah.
guys, right? They were all different, and that's why I appreciated it. But nobody said Justin Jefferson because I was actually asking the question about. Oh, I wanted to ask the question about how good is he? Because I was like, this guy is off the chain. So
Yeah.
I just randomly asked who's the best receiver in the league. And they threw out all these names. And I said, what about Justin Jefferson? This was at the beginning of last year. And they kind of like balked on it, like, oh yeah, he's all right, he's good. I
He's
even like Metcalf. I brought up Metcalf
yeah,
with
he's a freak.
Seattle. And so again, I guess it's kind of subjective. Well, it is subjective, but really subjective when you try to break it down. But he's definitely, to me, the best receiver in the league, and he deserves it. The things that he's done, and he's shown us that you know that he steps into big moments and big games like no other that I've seen in the past 20 years.
Well, I can tell you that that like my expertise of knowledge set is really more so in the NFL side, and I do believe that it's hard for me really to pick a best receiver, but he is one of the best. I just really like Tyreek Hill. I just think that
Hmm.
speed is incredible, and then
Hmm.
how good of a route runner he is, and just how
Hmm.
his awareness on the field. He's incredible. But Justin Jefferson is a highlight maker and he is a
Right.
complete freak and he is worth being the highest paid receiver in the NFL. Now, I will tell you this Tyreek Hill is knocking on that
Oh, for
door
sure. Oh,
because it's
easily.
time for some re-up, baby.
But it's
It's
so
time
many.
it is time to recalibrate because you can't be making 30 mil a year when you got other guys that are just starting to like that Jalen Waddle deal. The other, I mean, that's ridiculous, right? He's not even in
Oh
the
yeah.
conversation. So